guys. Oh, okay, on this week's episode of What is Wrong with Carly's Life, we're going to talk about the fact that my laptop is broken.
Oh, no.
Okay, so last week we talked about my ticket. This week, my laptop's broken. It's so fun. I'm having a great time. To put this in context, next week is exam week, and my final senior project is due on Friday. It's great. It's so much fun. And so, yeah, so my laptop broke. And usually, you know, when you tell people something bad that happens in your life, there's always that one person that's just like, it could be worse, you know, like, you could be dead, something like that, you know, there's always that one person. And I just feel like that doesn't apply to me, okay? Like, I don't know if you guys have seen that YouTube video where there's a college kid getting mugged and he's like getting robbed at gunpoint and then he's like, just shoot me. That's me. That's like me right now. No, but the best part of this is when I call my mom about it, yes, because I call my mom after like every crisis in my life, which you all know by now as well, which will probably eventually be my downfall because I'll be like bleeding out on the side of the road someday and and I'll be like calling my mom instead of 911. But I called her and her response was just, I was like, why is my life so unfair? You know, like, why has this happened to me? And she just said, you know, like, maybe you're not praying enough. Which, like, okay, but I'm pretty sure laptops were not a thing during Jesus' time. Like, I don't think he would know how to fix that, you know? Like, he'd be like, okay, my laptop's broken. He's like, what is this? Like, pray over it. And also, how does that work? You know, like, how do you pray for that? I mean, do I need to pray for every part of the laptop? Am I like, you know, dear God, please bless my hard drive cable, my logic board, my memory sticks, like, please keep them all well. Like, if that's the logic I follow, I'm gonna be spending like 6 hours every day applying that theory to the rest of my life. Like, dear God, please bless my kneecaps, my shins, my ears, my chin. And I'll be going down the whole list. And then what if he wants more like specificity, you know? Like my red blood cells, my white blood cells, my mitochondria, my nanoparticles, I don't know, like I was spending like all day just praying over these things. And then when you pray too, like you can't even just pray for yourself or that just defeats the purpose. God's gonna be like, I'm not gonna listen to you, selfish. So you gotta pray for other people too, and pray for all their kneecaps. And I just don't understand. And we haven't even gotten to world peace, you know? World peace has a lot of facets. You can't just pray for world peace. You gotta really like think about that, you know? That takes a couple hours at least on world peace, you know? But that's Catholic parents for you, you know? I mean, if they had their way, everybody would be praying like 6 hours a day, which would be great, honestly. I mean, but I just think it's funny because I don't know if you've ever seen those shows where someone will kind of take a celebrity from a really popular like game show and then they'll show up at people's houses unexpected, like fans' houses, and they'll go crazy, you know? I think that they should do that with Catholic moms and the Pope, because like if you think women get excited when Chris from The Bachelor shows up at their house, like you should see when parents meet archbishops. Like you have not experienced excitement until you've seen that happen. I think that'd be a good show. I think it would. But this is how you know you grew up in a Catholic household. At some point in your life, when you were in high school, at least this happened to me. You get to school and you open up your backpack and there's a rosary inside, and you're like, where did this come from? And then after school, you get a really excited phone call from your parents, like, did you get the surprise? And the surprise was a rosary in your backpack. So that's just, you know, that's growing up in a Catholic household right there. That's that. Which is, I mean, it's awesome. Like, it's so cool to be that, like, to have so much belief in this one dogma, you know, to really believe in something that strongly. I think it's awesome. And I can really relate to it on a very personal level. If I had my own religion, I mean, I could probably make a religion based off of how strongly I believe in things, okay? Like, rule number 1 for my religion, no bats, okay? No bats. I'll satanize bats in my religion, and I'll tell you why, because bats are disgusting, okay? Like, I don't care what you say about me, but bats are just ridiculous, okay? Bats are like, if you just decided to make Kraft mac and cheese, you know? And you're going for it, and then you just don't drain the noodles, okay? You just don't. You just decide not to. So you put cheese powder and milk and butter into undrained noodle juice. Like, what is that? What if you did, okay, go home and do that, and then pour the pot in the bathtub, and then do it like a million more times, and then sit in it, and that's the same thing as taking a bath. Sorry, have a good night.